After 60, a woman who wants to have S-pound X with you will always ask you about 4 things. When a woman truly wants to give herself to you, she won't leave you guessing. She'll reveal it through very specific questions, gently, consistently, and intentionally. Not because she expects you to read her mind, but because women communicate desire in ways most men have never been taught to hear. And after 60, this isn't just about physical closeness anymore. It's about reclaiming your confidence as a man, learning to recognize when a woman sees you as more than a companion, when she feels drawn to you, when she's ready to open a deeper door. Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's Vernon again. In today's video, I'll reveal the 4 questions a woman always asks when she wants to be physically close to you, and why these questions mean more than you think. Before we dive in, if you're serious about understanding love, dating, and relationships after 60, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. This is where mature men and women come to understand the truth about intimacy, connection, and desire in the second half of life. Let's begin with the first signal, and it's one most men completely overlook. Has shown. Time. When a woman wants you, she becomes curious about how your days flow. She'll ask about your routines, your commitments, your open evenings, because she's quietly imagining sharing that time with you. Questions start showing up that reveal her interest. Things like, what are you doing later? Or, are you around tomorrow? She brings up your evenings, your weekends, the openings in your days, because she's quietly picturing herself in them. Now, on the surface, these sound like polite questions, small talk, social courtesy. But here's what most men miss. Women don't ask about your time unless they want access to your world. Time is the most valuable resource we have after 60. We've lived long enough to know that time isn't infinite. We don't waste it on people who don't matter. And neither do women. When a woman asks about your time, she's doing 3 things simultaneously. First, she's measuring whether you prioritize her. Does she exist in your world as a passing acquaintance, or as someone you'd rearrange your schedule for? Second, she's creating space for closeness. By finding out when you're available, she's looking for windows of opportunity to be with you alone, unhurried, present. Third, she's testing your interest. If you respond with vague answers or disinterest, she knows you're not on the same page. But if you respond with specificity and openness, she knows the door is unlocked. Let me tell you about something that happened to me years ago. I was talking to a woman I'd met at a community event, intelligent, warm, easy to talk to. We'd spoken a few times, always in group settings. Then one day, she asked me, "What are you doing Thursday evening?" I almost brushed it off, almost said, "Oh, not sure yet, probably just relaxing." But something in the way she asked made me pause. There was intention behind it. So instead, I said, "I'm free. Why do you ask?" She smiled and said, "I was thinking we could grab dinner, just the 2 of us." That question wasn't small talk. It was an invitation. And if I hadn't been paying attention, I would have missed it entirely. Time is the first gateway to intimacy. Because before a woman can be close to you physically, she needs to be close to you temporally. She needs to know that you're willing to give her your attention, your presence, your availability. The philosopher Seneca once wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." When a woman asks about your time, she's saying, "I don't want to waste mine or yours. I want to spend it with you." And that's the first sign of desire. Have you ever had a woman ask repeatedly about your schedule, and you didn't realize what she was really asking? Drop your story in the comments. You might be surprised how many men have been in the exact same situation. But attention has layers, and when interest begins to deepen, something in the way she speaks to you changes, gently, but unmistakably. #2. Comfort. Before a woman gives herself physically, She needs to feel emotionally grounded with you. Her concern for your comfort isn't politeness, it's the signal she's preparing for something deeper. Her words shift toward your well-being, checking whether you ate, whether you're resting enough, whether you got home safe. It's the tone of someone paying close attention, not someone making small talk. Most men hear these questions and think, she's just being nice. But here's the reality. Women don't invest emotional energy into men they don't want. Politeness is brief and transactional. Care is sustained and intentional. When she checks on your comfort, she's preparing emotional space long before any physical intimacy. She's making sure the connection between you feels steady mentally, emotionally, and energetically. Because women understand something men often forget. Intimacy is not just physical contact. It's the alignment of two emotional states in the same moment. That's why desire appears through care long before touch. Once attraction is present, the dynamic shifts. Your mood carries more weight. Your energy influences the interaction, and even subtle changes in your tone or body language register differently. This heightened awareness doesn't arise from habit, it arises from interest. This is the cycle of desire. Care creates safety, safety creates trust, and trust creates openness. When a woman checks on your comfort, she's not just being kind, she's testing whether you can receive care without dismissing it, whether you're emotionally available, and whether you recognize her investment. Women prepare emotional intimacy before they offer physical intimacy. They need to know that you'll treat their vulnerability with respect, and the way you respond to their care is the first test of that. In the words of the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle, love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies. Before two bodies can come together, two souls must align. And that alignment begins with care, the kind of care that shows up in small, consistent questions about your well-being. And as that warmth grows, her curiosity doesn't stay on the surface. It starts reaching into places most conversations never touch. #3. Life. What's the difference between a woman who's just being friendly and a woman who's preparing to let you into her body? The woman who's being friendly asks surface-level questions. The woman who wants you asks about your life. This is the upgrade from comfort to connection. A woman with no intention of going further will keep things social, light, and safe. But a woman who truly wants you will want to know about your world, not just what you do, but who you are beneath the surface. Suddenly, the conversation isn't shallow anymore. She wants to know how your day really went, what you've been carrying, what excites you, what worries you. These aren't casual questions, they're invitations to your inner world. Why is this a desire signal? Because women don't emotionally invest in men they don't want. This isn't curiosity. This is attachment forming. When she asks about your life, she's doing 3 critical things. First, she's exploring who you are, your thoughts, your struggles, your dreams, your frustrations. She wants to understand the man beneath the surface. Second, she's discovering your inner world, the parts of you that aren't visible in casual conversation. She's looking for depth, complexity, vulnerability. Third, she's imagining a future with you in it, because a woman doesn't ask about your life unless she's considering whether she wants to be part of it. And I'll tell you something personal. Back when my wife and I were dating, there was a night that changed everything for me. We'd only been seeing each other for a short time, nothing official, nothing defined. And then she asked me a question no one had asked before. She looked at me and said, "What's something you've been carrying alone?" It wasn't a casual question. It was an invitation, an opening, and a doorway. I told her something I hadn't shared with anyone, a fear I'd been holding on to for years. She didn't rush in with solutions. She didn't judge. She didn't fill the silence. She just listened fully. And when I finished, she said quietly, "Thank you for trusting me." That moment shifted everything. 2 weeks later, we weren't just dating, we were connected in a way that felt undeniable. Because she had asked about my life, and I let her step into it. This is what most men don't understand. A woman's body opens when her heart feels safe. And her heart feels safe when she knows your mind, your struggles, your truth. The poet Rumi understood this perfectly. The wound is the place where the light enters you. When a woman asks about your life, especially the parts that are difficult, unresolved, or vulnerable, she's checking whether you'll let her be the light that enters, and if you do, she'll give herself to you completely. And before we move on, share this video with a man who needs to understand the difference between friendliness and desire. It might help him finally see what's been right in front of him. There comes a moment when the tone shifts again, when the space between two people starts to feel like something that wants to close. #4. Your availability to her. This is the moment where subtlety ends and intention becomes crystal clear. The first 3 questions were about building connection. This one is the direct gateway to physical intimacy. This is her opening the door to her body and checking if you're ready to walk through it. A woman who wants to be with you physically will always ask about your availability to her, not just your time in general, but your proximity, your location, your accessibility right now or very soon. Her curiosity shifts toward proximity, where you are, whether you're close by, whether you'll be around this weekend, or if your evening is open. She's gauging distance, timing, privacy, the ingredients closeness needs. Do you see the difference? The first question was about time. This question is about distance. It's about closing the gap between you and her physically, spatially, immediately. This is the strongest signal of all. Because it's no longer, I want to know you. It's, I'm checking if there's a chance to be with you physically, right now or soon. Not every woman will say it directly. In fact, most won't. But they will create the opportunity for you to step into their space. They're checking for proximity, place, timing, and privacy. They're setting the stage. When a woman asks about your physical location or availability in the immediate future, she's already made a decision in her mind. She's already chosen you. Now she's simply creating the circumstances for that choice to become reality. This question is fundamentally different from the others because it requires immediate response and action. It's not abstract. It's concrete. She's not asking, do you want to spend time together someday? She's asking, can we be together now? Today? This evening? The urgency matters. The specificity matters. And the fact that she's willing to create or suggest a scenario where you two can be alone together, that matters. Most of all, think about how different this is from casual conversation. A casual acquaintance might say, maybe we should get together sometime. But a woman who desires you will say, are you free Thursday evening? I was thinking we could have dinner at my place. One is vague and non-committal. The other is specific, intentional, and creates a clear pathway to privacy and intimacy. This fourth question is also where many men freeze or misread the situation entirely. They treat it like a logistics question when it's actually an invitation. They respond with practicality when what's needed is presence and awareness. When she asks, will you be alone later? She's not making small talk. She's checking whether the environment is right for intimacy. When she asks, are you nearby? She's not just being curious. She's measuring how quickly the physical distance between you can close. This is the final question a woman asks before intimacy. Because at this point, she's already checked your time, your comfort, and your inner world. Now she's checking your availability to her. And if you respond with openness, clarity, and presence, she knows the answer. And if this part is hitting home, if you're realizing you may have missed these signals in the past, save this video. Moments like these arrive softly, and remembering them might be the difference between confusion and clarity the next time they appear. By now, You've seen how a woman reveals her desire. None of it is random. Her questions are intentional, steady, and unmistakable once you know how to listen. Connection always starts with space in your world, grows through the care she shows your well-being, deepens when she steps into your inner life, and becomes undeniable when the distance between you begins to shrink. Intimacy, after 60, isn't loud. It lives in small moments, the tone of a question, the softness in her concern, the way she quietly invites you closer without ever saying the words outright. A woman may not reach for you first, but her questions will. Once you're awake to them, you won't miss the moment she's choosing you. The French philosopher Simone de Beauvoir once said, "One is not born, but rather becomes a woman." And I'll add, one is not born understanding women, but rather becomes attuned through presence and awareness. These 4 questions are her language. Learn to hear them. Have you ever noticed a woman asking one of these questions and only later realized what she was truly trying to say? Share your story below. It might help another man understand his own situation. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more relationship wisdom after 60. There are plenty more insights waiting for you on this channel. And I'm Vernon. Thanks for watching till now, and see you in the next video.